Hey there, Salina here, and in my last video I talked about how much I love breastfeeding and how worth it is for me to have that connection. But is breastfeeding really like that for everyone? So as you can see, I'm in Baby Bean's room again, and I really like the lighting in here, so I may start doing videos in here all the time. Not exactly sure yet, but so into this video. A few days ago, I was watching a video on YouTube. Another mom was updating us on her breastfeeding journey, and at the end of the video, she talked about how breastfeeding really wasn't an enjoyable experience for her. And really quick, if you hear like a buzzing noise, it is the baby monitor. It's like right here. He is taking a nap. But she was talking about how breastfeeding wasn't an enjoyable experience for her, but she is going to continue doing it, and she's hoping that maybe sometime down the line, maybe after they stop, she actually starts to miss it. But it got me thinking. Even though I love breastfeeding now, I didn't always love breastfeeding. And in fact, in the beginning, I hated breastfeeding and I wanted to give up on it. For my own personal reasons, I kept going. But not everybody is able to do that. And you really have to think about all the things that come with breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is a huge commitment. And I mean, of course, having a child in and of itself is a huge commitment. But breastfeeding is just another added hassle, or it can be another added hassle for some people. For me, in the beginning, breastfeeding was painful. And waking up in the middle of the night was hard. And when you breastfeed, especially if your child doesn't take a bottle, you have to wake up in the middle of the night. Nobody else can do that for them. It's only you, so you've got to wake up several times during the night to feed that child. And for those mothers who have to go back to work, sometimes the child won't accept a bottle. And who wants to be at work all day having to worry about their child not getting enough nutrients throughout the day because they want the boob? And then when you breastfeed, sometimes you're not able to take a break. Sometimes you have to power through it, and it can be tiring. Not being able to take a break and take time for yourself because they won't accept the bottle, or they don't want formula, or they're fighting the whole time because they want the boob. And that's really hard on the mom. And after 9 months of carrying a baby in your belly, you kind of want your own body back. But when you breastfeed, you don't get your body back. Your body still is kind of taken over by someone else because you're kind of catering to them. You're feeding them from your body. So they're kind of attached to you more. Everything revolves around them eating. So when you go out in public, you have to dress a certain way. Or if you don't want to breastfeed in public, you have to schedule your outings around their feedings, and it can be a real hassle. And like, I know I am tired of having to dress a certain way. I'm tired of wearing the same things all the time. I'm tired of not being able to wear certain shirts because it doesn't look right. Because the way I dress when I go out, I usually have on a regular shirt, usually get a looser shirt, and then a tank top underneath. That way, my body's still covered and I can still cover up a boob with just the shirt. But it can be a hassle. And of course, in the beginning we are told that breastfeeding isn't going to be easy. But you never really know how hard it is until you get into it. And it's okay not to enjoy breastfeeding. And it's okay if you never enjoy breastfeeding. And I actually remember reading a while back that breastfeeding is a relationship. It's a relationship between two people. And like any other relationship, sometimes it's a bad relationship and it's not a good relationship. And sometimes one person in that relationship is unhappy. You know, in relationships, sometimes you can work through that if there is one person that's unhappy, and sometimes you can't. And when you can't work through that, it's time to end that relationship. If you can, anyways. And when I say if you can, I mean if your baby takes a bottle. If they don't take a bottle, then you're kind of stuck in a relationship you don't want to be in, and that's hard. And I'm really just, I don't know, I'm kind of just rambling and ranting, but this video is really for those moms that have tried breastfeeding and they're unhappy with it, or they can't continue with it, and that's okay. It's okay to not enjoy breastfeeding, because sometimes breastfeeding sucks, and I can, I'm there with you. I do love it, but I've experienced that feeling of wanting to quit and wanting to give up. But I say, even though for me it is worth it, and for me I do love it, if you've tried it, if you've given it a try, at least you've tried. There are people who don't even try. And, I guess it's for their own reasons, but even if you can't continue on with it, at least you tried. And you can say that you did what was best for you and also what is best for your child. And that is also important, to do what is best for you. Of course, we want to do what is best for our children, and sometimes that does mean making sacrifices, but you are important too, and sometimes you have to look at what is best for you, and you have to be happy with what is going on too. So really and truly, just follow your instincts and weigh all the pros and cons of whatever it is, because breastfeeding may not be what is right for you, and that's okay. So, I don't know. Hopefully this video helps somebody that's struggling with breastfeeding. You can check out my breastfeeding journey video. It will be up in the cards, and it will also be down below. So let me know, how is your breastfeeding journey going for you? Or if you've tried it and it didn't work for you, maybe tell us why in the comments down below. And I believe that will be it for this video. New video every Sunday and every Wednesday. And until next time, deuces.